Hi! Without wasting time, let me give you the cheat code of how to get addicted to studying, like scrolling reels before prescribing medicine. Let me tell you the actual problem. Why are you addicted to scrolling reels? The answer is simple. Dopamine release. As you know, dopamine is a feel-good hormone. Whenever you feel pleasure, no, not that one, when you feel pleasure, dopamine gets released in your brain, and the brain demands more and more dopamine. This is a pleasure scale. At the bottom is studying, and then movies, then music, and top of everything is scrolling reels. Why scrolling reels is so pleasureful? The answer is amount of information. Because information is food for brain, and reels provide a lot of information to the brain in every 10 to 15 seconds without any efforts. Now the medicine to your problem is reducing your dopamine baseline on the pleasure scale. The dopamine baseline is where you start feeling pleasure. Some of you might be here, or here. No, not here. Because if you were here, you would not be watching this. To reduce your dopamine baseline, you will need to do dopamine detox. To do it, go for a walk for 10 to 15 minutes daily without music and phone, and let yourself drown in your thoughts, because all the answers are inside. And just sit in a quiet place and meditate for 10 minutes daily. I know that you already know these things, but are you doing these things daily? Anyone can't give you magic stick or Aladdin's lamp. Remember, only these common things will make you uncommon. Now when the baseline is lowered, but it is still not low till where studying is. Now you don't need to lower your baseline, but you need to increase the level of studying on the pleasure scale by making it interesting. Now the question arises, it sucks. How to make studying interesting? Start seeing your books. As reels, you scroll reels with full dedication for 1 hour, 2 hours, or probably whole night. But nobody asks you, what did you learn or what did you remember? But you actually do. You know, how do you remember any of these? Just start studying effortlessly as you scroll reels. Change your mindset about studying. Study to know or learn, not to score good grades, as I told you the reason behind you. Like scrolling reels is that your brain is hungry for information and reels. Feed it with a lot of new information in every 10 to 15 second books. Can also provide a lot of information, but it's quite slower than reels. And we don't have that much patience. But this is why we are working on dopamine detox. One more thing, which I personally do a lot too, is making a to-do list. Write down the topics you want to cover in this hour, or the things you want to do on a particular day. When you'll tick on the things you've done, you'll feel satisfaction, pleasure, and it'll lead to dopamine release. The more things you'll do, the more dopamine will be released. This is how you'll fall in love with the process, and you'll get addicted to studying. I know you'll do it, because you are a Pookie now. Please subscribe. You sit down to study, and suddenly, your phone is the most interesting thing on the planet. Just one more video. Maybe I need a snack first. Do I really need this degree? Or should I just become a llama farmer? Sound familiar? Here's a shocking fact. 90% of students study wrong. They waste hours staring at notes without actually learning anything. But what if I told you there's a way to study faster, retain more, and still have time to binge your favorite show? Whether you're a student cramming for exams, a professional learning a new skill, or just someone who wants to absorb information faster. These hacks will work for you. Let's break down the best brain hacks to study at lightning speed without burning out the expectation hack. Trick your brain into studying faster. Your brain is lazy. It will take as much time as you give it. Even noticed how a 10-minute task somehow takes 2 hours when you're procrastinating? That's because of Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time you allow for it. The fix set ridiculously. Short study sprints. Instead of thinking I have to study for 3 hours, tell yourself I'll study for just 20 minutes. Boom, your brain stops resisting. Because 20 minutes sounds easy. But here's the trick. Once you start, you'll keep going. Bonus hack, write down exactly what you'll study in that time. I'll study biology. I'll learn photosynthesis and quiz myself on it. Your brain loves clarity, the 80-20 rule. Stop studying like a perfectionist. Not all topics are created equal. Some are way more important than others. The 80-20 rule, 20% of what you study gives you 80% of your results. So stop wasting time on random details instead. Ask yourself what will actually be on the test. Check past papers, ask your teacher, look at summaries. What don't, I understand. Yet if you already know it, move on. Quick 80-20 strategy, do a past exam paper first. Don't wait until the last minute. Find the 20% of topics that appear the most. Focus 80% of your time on those. Work smarter, not harder. The timer method activates speed mode for studying. Even noticed how you suddenly become hyper-focused when you have a deadline. That's because urgency creates focus, and you can trick your brain into this mode on demand. Try this, the 30-minute study sprint. 1. Set a 30-minute timer. Study like it's an emergency 2. Take a 5-minute break. Move around, stretch or scroll your phone. Guilt-free. 3. Repeat. Why does this work? Short sessions prevent burnout. Your brain knows a break is coming, so it focuses better. You avoid the fake studying trap of just staring at notes. Bonus hack. Use the Forest app. You plant a virtual tree, and if you leave the app, your tree dies. Guilt is a powerful motivator. The Feynman technique study, like a genius Albert Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Translation, if you want to learn something fast asked, teach it to someone else how to use the Feynman technique. 1. Pick a concept, e.g., how do black holes work? 2. Pretend you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. No fancy jargon. Keep it simple. 3. Find the gaps in your understanding. If you get stuck, go back and relearn. 4. Simplify it even more. The result, you won't just memorize it, you'll actually understand it. Bonus hack. Explain things out loud or write them down. This forces your brain to process the information. Deeply active, recall the memory cheat code. Want to remember things 2 times faster. Stop passively reading. Start testing yourself. How to use active recall instead of rereading notes. Close the book and try to recall key points. Instead of copying notes, write them from memory. Use flashcards, but don't just read them fast yourself. This method is scientifically proven to burn information into your brain. Bonus hack. The blurting technique. Write a chapter, then write down everything. Remember without looking. Then check what you missed. Instant memory. Boost sleep plus exercise equals free brain upgrades. Fun fact, your brain doesn't store what you study while you're awake. It stores information while you sleep, which means pulling all night. Bad idea getting a solid 7 to 8 hours. Your brain will thank you. Also, exercise boosts memory. Even a 10-minute walk can help you retain more information. So if you're cramming, take study breaks with movement. Final takeaway, your study cheat sheet. Here's your 6-step formula to study fast and smart. Set short study sprints, 20 to 30 minutes. Use the 80-20 rule. Focus on what actually matters. Use timers to stay focused. Teach it to someone. Feynman technique. Use active recall. Test yourself. Sleep plus exercise equals free brain upgrades. Your challenge, pick one of these hacks and try it today. Comment below which one worked best for you. I read every single comment, and if you are ready to unlock your brain's full potential, hit that subscribe button and let's make studying feel illegal together. Remember, knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. So go out there, study smart and make your brain work for you. Until next time, study smart, not hard.